Workplace stories.
Let's go.
Let's. You know what, I'm going to get straight into it.
Yeah, go on.
Let's not waste any time. First of all, we're talking about... Well, I'll say what we're talking about. We're talking about our favourite ever pitches that we've seen on either Dragon's Den or Shark Tank.
Yes.
And so it's not so much happening in the workplace for yourselves, but it's places that you can go and have a look online. If you look at the pitches for these companies, they are gold dust. So, without further ado, first of all, I've looked at Generate.
By the way,
Go on.
before you carry on, you said like they're gold dust, right?
Yeah?
Some of the pictures that I've picked aren't necessarily gold dust.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, mine are. Fair enough.
They're
intrigued.
like, kind of like people who have overcome things.
Oh, okay, I respect that as well.
potentially.
Fair enough.
So like they might not get a deal, but they blow up elsewhere. Do you know what I mean?
I'll still back it. So, Generate.
Go on.
This company was presented on Dragon's Den back in, I'll just say the date, by a gentleman named Sam Jones. This pitch was clean, mate. I watched it early this morning. It was brilliant. So basically, Generate, what it does is it offers two modes on its interface, privacy mode or earning mode. And what it does is it tracks when people try and accept cookies on your phone or whatever for data release.
Yeah.
And then his company come in and they basically say, okay, well, if you click privacy mode, we'll stop everybody from tracking your data. If
I've
you click earning mode,
seen YouTube
you could earn
of
like
that. Yeah,
you
YouTube
could-
ads of it. Sorry.
Exactly. You can earn things in exchange for points, redeemable products, vouchers, charitable donations.
Great idea.
for
Why am I
having
giving my
your
cookies
data
away
released.
for free, man?
Brilliant. And the way this guy delivered his pitch was so clean. He was probably, as far as the ones I've seen, he had the best Q&A responses I've ever seen. There was one great question which comes out a lot. If you're looking to get in the tech space, a question they'll say every single time is, well, Google could make this, Apple could make this. Why on earth are you going to come up in the space and somebody not just come in and sweep the market? And he delivered such a great response. He said something to the effect of, well, last year eBay acquired something from like this PayPal function that for like 4 million quid, and Google could have done that, but they didn't. And he goes, and at the same time, I would also be open in the future to having Google acquire our business for a similar sort of fee. And he put that in there. All of the dragons were there like, that's a great point. Like, he was there like, I'm here first. Like, they're not here yet. So they can acquire us, and I'll put that on the table for them.
Yeah.
It wasn't saying, oh no, Google will never try it. It was, one, they'll probably won't before I've already got it out there into the masses. And two, if they want to acquire us, they can do it for a big old fee.
Crazy.
Anyway, he was asking for £60,000 for 10% of the company. Ended up coming away with that exact ask. And on top of that, a year's free accommodation for him and all of his fellow colleagues. With two dragons as part of the deal, which would have basically valued the company at a certain fee. It's now worth £39 million. That initial investment the Dragons put in has like tripled by 6.5 times its original value. That's insane. That £60,000 is tripled 6.5 times.
That's mental.
Mad. So yeah, that was my first one.
So my one, right? So personally, when I watch Dragon's Den, I like to see the dragons fail miserably.
Dragons fail, okay.
Yeah. As in they see something that is gold, walk right past them.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
True.
So this first one, Tangle Teaser,
Yeah.
is the product or the company name, sorry,
Okay.
by Sean Palfrey. So in 2007, Sean pitched Tangle Teaser to the Dragons, but was unsuccessful in securing any investment. They literally laughed it off.
Really?
Yes. So Tangle Teaser, to
What was it,
explain a little bit about it, it's an innovative hairbrush, essentially designed to detangle hair without pulling or snagging any of the hairs.
That's smart.
It's unique because it's like flexible, has the teeth that kind of move and adjust with your like rhythm.
Okay.
It's really strange. Anyway, basically, it works through those knots gently, so it's not yanking anything, and you can just brush in one motion. Sounds very good, right?
Yeah.
It was like, not going to work. They laughed it off. They're like, there's hairbrushes out there. How are you going to like storm the industry? It doesn't make any sense. What happened was, right, he believed in his idea. He thought there was so much potential, so he carried on. And now Tangle Teaser is sold in 70 different countries, proving, obviously, that the rejections don't always dictate a successful product.
Certainly don't.
What happened on from here was the current valuation, right, despite the initial rejection, is now achieved huge success. And as of 2021, Mayfair Equity Partners acquired a majority stake, valuing the company at approximately £70 million.
Wow.
And in December 2024, BIC,
Yeah.
they bought it for 200 million.
Jeez.
Yeah. Insane.
That is insane.
How's that for an up yours to the Dragons?
That is not
mate?
yours. It's like, have you ever seen, I don't know if you've got it on your list, I don't have it on mine, but Ring Doorbell?
Yeah.
Do you know back in the day how they went on Shark Tank to try and get a deal? And they basically laughed him out of the room. And then the next time he went on Shark Tank, he went and sat in one of the chairs for the Sharks and looked to the left and looked to his right. It was all the people that were there with his original meeting.
Cool.
And then he got deals for the rest of that hour.
So cool.
I thought that is not just a flex. That's like a muscle, mate. That's just you just sit and watch me do my shit for an hour.
You're my bitch.
Yeah, basically. He just absolutely wiped the floor with them. Anyway, moving on to the next one. I have brandyourself.com. Another stellar pitch to go out there and have a look at. So they've been on Dragon's Den and Shark Tank, funnily enough. This company, what it does in a nutshell, it offers software and services designed to help people, individuals and businesses improve their online presence. And the way they did this is they went into the Dragon's Den and they said, this is Sam. And they showed a picture of nice, tidy Sam wearing his suit and everything. And they said, this is Sam online. And they clicked online. It was Sam at a stag event with whipped cream on his chest, beers in his hand, falling over a beer barrel, pissed out of his head. And they were like, both of them is Sam. And they go, but what they offer is tools for cleaning up social media profiles, protecting personal information, enhancing search engine results, operating a free model and a premium model. They spoke back and forth with the Shark Tank and Dragon's Den lot, ended up coming away with their full deal, which was £100,000 for 2%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nevertheless, since then, it's grown to over 21.8 million net worth, with a 4.36 times on that initial investment. And of that initial investment, the Dragon believed in it so much, he said, at no point in the future are you allowed to depreciate my shares. And they made that agreement. And so that's now worth 4.3 times that initial investment.
So that's insane. If they're putting that much in for 2%, shows
and they did even more when it came to their Shark Tank deal they did later on.
That's
crazy money.
All right, I've got Magic Whiteboard by Neil and Laura Westwood. Mm-hmm. Why this is one of my favourites, right? The pitch was so simple, yet so innovative.
Yeah.
I mean crazy. They brought this product out. Do you want me to tell you the product before I go into it? Okay, so essentially what the product is, it's a whiteboard you can carry around with you anywhere and almost whack it out and stick it on anything.
So is it like moldable? Is it like...
No, it's kind of like a stick. So it's like how you have your plastic bags or tin foil kind of esque. So you pull it out, you rip it off, and you can put it anywhere.
Wow, okay.
It kind of sticks to things, but you can like a sticky note in a way, right? And you can just start whacking up business notes, business ideas wherever you are. Really, really groovy. Anyway, so what happened? Groovy. So what happened was they brought this out, and the Dragons were stunned by it. They couldn't believe something so simple made so much sense, right? So they demonstrated the product, and the way they demonstrated was brilliant. If you go watch it if you can, because it's called Magic Whiteboard on Dragon's Den. It's fantastic. So what they did, they allowed the users to create a portable whiteboard from a roll, which is what I was explaining earlier, anywhere, anytime, which appealed to all the business savvy kind of dragons that they had out there. It's a prime example of addressing a straightforward problem, and it can lead to a brilliant business opportunity. 2008, they secured £100,000 investment from two dragons for 40% equity in Magic Whiteboard. A lot, right? By 2014, so this is almost 6 years on, they then, Westwood, bought back their shares from the two dragons for £800,000. So they realised that their growth was huge. They could actually buy them back and then double their growth after that. Jeez. So they're still running now and doing really, really well.
That's quite impressive, that.
It's pretty cool to buy them back out.
That's a good point, though. I wonder how much influence the Dragons have once they've got that share as part of the company. Because I've seen somewhere, there's been, I think it was Mark Cuban who invested once in what was it, like special vehicles and things. This guy came on, he was like, I hire out these incredible vehicles like tanks and like submarines and stuff. This guy's business was stuff like that. And Mark Cuban was like, I want to be part of this, like, so I'm going to offer. And then they did like a segment with him in the tanks and like stuff like that in the future. They were like, oh yeah, so we want to show like the people of Shark Tank that we do go out to our businesses, and they did like a follow through with him, which I thought was quite cool.
Yeah, I reckon they. I think they probably play like a lot more of a mentor role.
True.
And then if they can offer any services or help, they do.
Yeah.
Because ultimately you've invested X amount of money.
And it also
into
depends
the
on that
company.
percentage as well, I guess.
Yeah,
like if they're
huge.
doing 2%, it's going to be a light mental role. If it's 40%, then maybe it's a bit more hands on.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, my last one, and this is one that a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
Reggae sauce. Mr. Levi Roots pitched
So
reggae
good, man.
sauce
I
on
can't believe
Dragon's
how good it
Den.
is.
And it's hailed as probably one of the most successful pitches in Dragon's Den history, and probably one of the most unique ones. He walked out there, and in true Jamaican fashion, with a guitar and a beautiful voice, this man sung his pitch to the Dragons, and they loved it. He basically really effectively described not only what the product was, but also described like who the audience was and the market of where they'd have it. He sort of had like little sonnets where it was in the garden and in the barbecue, and it's so like good. As he was going through it, it's like he was painting this beautiful image for the Dragons who were sat there bopping their heads.
Storytelling.
And everyone loves a bit of reggae music.
They do.
You can't not love a bit of reggae. Anyway, as it went on, as it was so memorable, the Dragons, every single one of them offered. He shared his engaging backstory as well of the sauce, emphasising its homemade origins, cultural significance, so on and so forth, and then also provided evidence of existing demand. He came out there. Bear in mind, he hadn't sold many bottles at this point. He sold a few, but he hadn't sold many bottles. He came out there and said, I need you guys because I've just got an order. And he said, this lovely gentleman gave me a handshake and he gave me a lovely piece of paper. And he goes, and if you see on this piece of paper, he's very blasé. He goes, if you see on this piece of paper, they have ordered 2.5 million litres of reggae sauce. And it's like, they've ordered what? Like, and he said it like it was nothing. It's like 2.5 million litres.
So
it was
good.
brilliant. Anyway,
So good.
This is the craziest part. The money he was asking for. He was asking for £50,000 for 40% of his company, which I know is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but when
That's
you look at the
mental.
monolithic giant it is now, of which it is over £35 million net worth, their initial investment has timesed. How much stab in the dark? Go on. How many times do you think that initial investment's paid back?
So was it 50,000 for 40%?
Yeah, well, I don't think you do maths that quickly.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
though?
yeah, that's what it was.
And now it's 35
million
times 1,500.
Not quite. It's times 280 times their initial investment. That maths was way off. But 280. Imagine giving somebody £1 and then coming back 10 years later, there's £280. I should have given you £10. I should have given you £1 million.
Yeah.
Like 280 times that initial investment was one of the best payoffs ever
Crazy.
seen. So good old Levi Roots
That's
with
crazy.
the tunes and the guitar. I backed it as probably my best pitch I've ever seen.
That is my one too.
Yeah.
I love that one.
It was so good.
So my other one, obviously not as good as that one, is Trunky. Do you know Trunky?
I recognise the name.
The suitcases that
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
like.
It's the wheel ones, isn't it?
They like sit on it and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Crazy. Saw this in the airport the other day. I was like, oh,
Did you
I
want
remember that. No, I remember. I did want one. Of course, I wanted one. Anyway, surprisingly, right?
Yeah.
Despite how successful they are,
Yeah.
completely flopped the pitch. Completely
Really?
failed. Well, didn't flop the pitch. Just Dragon's Den didn't buy into it at all. And what they did was they kind of made this pitch as a source of inspiration for other business owners or business people out there to show that if you face setbacks, you can come away from it.
Yeah.
And what they're now valued at, so despite the rejection, they they sold over 5 million suitcases.
Suitcases,
Yeah,
what,
and in
5 million
Feb
quid,
2023, Trunky's parent company, Magmatic, sold for over £12 million. Insane, right?
That's a way to show them.
It definitely is, man. The reggae sauce is the best by far.
Yeah,
I think it's.
That's so.
You won't find anything
I would
as
be
good as
dreaming of
that.
that song tonight.
You won't find anything as good as
No,
that.
it was so purely unique.
100%.
But it was about being so unique.
Yeah.
These investors, especially if you're looking at actual angel investors, they would have seen a bunch of stuff already. Come in there blazing with something new, something fresh, not something cringe and that's not
They're
not
used to
you.
so many pitches,
Make it
aren't
you, but like make it unique if you can.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back into it, and we will sign you beautiful people off for the day.
Yep.
Yeah.